What's up, y'all? It's your boy J-Dawg here with another vlog, and today we are at the Nevada State Museum of Reno, home to many different cool types of artifacts. Alright, come on, let's check it out. Our journey begins with a Harlan's ground sloth leg bone, an 11.5 million year old relic. Now we are entering the Under One Sky exhibit, which is about the first tribes that resided here in Nevada, where they settled, and what foods they ate. Here's the habitat in which the Native Americans lived. Northeastern Nevada, known for its wetlands, rivers, lakes, and alpine forests, is a stark contrast to the desert and casino-filled image many associate with the state. Altitude plays a crucial role in shaping its diverse ecosystems. These Native American pottery artifacts are related to how they got their water. The pottery pieces are of various shapes and sizes, and they are arranged on shelves. There are also informational panels that provide context about the artifacts and their significance. This image shows some of the clothing worn by tribal buckaroos, or Native American cowboys. The buckskin pants and gloves would have been useful for working on ranches and farms. Next, we enter the exhibit, Fueling the Boom, Chinese woodcutters in the Great Basin from the years 1870 to 1920. And we see plain tooth blades for juniper wood and the champion saw for pinon wood. Now we are seeing the different types of drugs and medicines that the workers used. On your top left, we have opium, which became legal in the US in 1909, around the time of the anti-Chinese movement. Going to the right, we have some more materials that have something to do with health, such as toothbrush handles, as well as some reading glasses down below. Here are some of the early slot machines created by pioneer inventor Charles Fay. In 1899, Fay invented the first mechanical three-reel slot machine, which made way for more advanced slot machines later on, like the ones we see in casinos all over the world today. These are the picket pens that the Chinese tied their horses and mules to while they were working. Now we are headed to the Natural History exhibition of the museum. Over here, you can see an ancient species called the ichthyosaur. With its name sounding similar to that of a dinosaur, it actually isn't a dinosaur at all. Unlike most dinosaurs, ichthyosaurs had limbs that stuck to their sides and couldn't be under the torso. Both groups lived during the Mesozoic era, just dinosaurs were terrestrial while ichthyosaurs were aquatic. Here you can see two diagrams, the one to the left depicting the continental drift, and the one to the right depicting a map of the Ring of Fire. To the left, you can see a diagram of the Earth's crust, and to your right lies a diagram of two tectonic plates coming together and forming a mountain range. Here's a selfie of me with the skeleton of the Columbian mammoth, which was a large mammal that lived in the Carson City area during the Ice Age. Weighing approximately 22,000 pounds and having tusks the size of human incisor teeth, they had a herbivorous diet which primarily consisted of leaves and grasses. An interesting fact is that the Columbian mammoth is more closely related to Asian elephants than it is to African elephants. And I get that because the size of the ears of the Columbian mammoth are more similar to those of the Asian elephant because they're smaller. Here we have the striped skunk. A fun fact about these guys is that they have powerful scent glands near their rear end that release a strong, foul-smelling liquid to deter predators, such as mountain lions. Here we see the black bear. It may look brown to you, but it's actually not brown at all. A fact that I find interesting myself is that black bears are the most common species of bear in the North American continent. Now, let's visit the pronghorn antelope. A fun fact about the pronghorn is that it's the second fastest mammal on four legs, running at speeds up to 60 miles per hour, after the cheetah at approximately 80 miles per hour. Moving on to the exhibit, Nevada, A People and Place Through Time, we see a display of furnishings of what you would find in many middle-class homes in the 1880s. These include popular furniture in the Victorian age. Here, we see an ideal Victorian kitchen, with the large stove as the centerpiece, surrounded by various utensils, pots, and pans that you would find in a typical kitchen. Here we see a rustic kitchen table. On the table, we see typical breakfast foods such as eggs and bacon, as well as a plate of meat and a bowl of apples. We also see utensils such as knives and forks, as well as canned vegetables in the background. This is a vintage casino roulette table that looks like it's from anywhere between the 1940s, post-World War II, to the 1960s. Here we have a vintage car that looks to me like a 1905 Ford Model A. The car is displayed in a museum-like setting with a raised platform and a railing around it. There's a historical photo on the wall behind the car depicting an early automobile scene. Here we see a model of the USS Reno, a U.S. Navy cruiser that served in World War II. It also displays a collection of artifacts related to the ship, including a flag, photo, a chest, and a display of case minerals. The provided information mentions that the USS Reno was located near the USS Nevada during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Other artifacts in the display include a flag, a photo of the ship's crew, and a collection of minerals. The display also includes information about the USS Nevada, which was damaged during the attack on Pearl Harbor. The Carson City Mint, established in 1863, was a branch of the United States Mint, located in Carson City, Nevada. Its primary purpose was to process the vast amounts of silver and gold ore mined in the nearby Comstock Lode, the largest silver strike in American history. The Mint operated intermittently from 1870 to 1893, producing a variety of coins including the iconic Morgan silver dollar. The quote-unquote CC mint mark on these coins is highly sought after by collectors. After closing in 1893, the Carson City Mint building was repurposed as a U.S. Assay Office until 1933. In 1939, the state of Nevada purchased the building and is now the Nevada State Museum, preserving and showcasing the rich history of the region. This is press number 1, where you can still purchase commemorative medallions. There are many collectors who enjoy purchasing the medallions minted on press number 1. After spending the afternoon at the museum, I stopped for lunch at a local favorite restaurant and had a wonderful meal. There was more food than I could ever eat. I hope you had a fun time exploring the Museum of Nevada, Carson City with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell down below for new videos. And that's it for this video, so peace out.